While we wait for the Master Grade kits to come out from the new Gundam NT series, we're also hoping that Bandai will produce some of our favorite mobile suits in Master Grade form. So Big Pete, what is your top 5 Master Grade wishlist?
Alright, my top 5 wish lists are all classic actually, not so much of the new products. So one of it is the Zaku 2FZ. This is actually an influence from a friend when he told me that he will not start Gundam until Zaku 2FZ has been produced. So I also fall in love with this unit, as this is one of the best anime, or OVA itself is a movie from the War in the Pocket 0080.
This certainly is a very badass, big bulky grunt unit. It
Yes.
does look very interesting in the color combination as well.
If you actually seen the movie, you will actually fall in love with it. It's really badass.
Well, I'm actually quite impressed with this selection of number 5.
Alright.
What's number 4 then?
Okay, number 4 is a character that is, I think, the least of people who knows about it, the Jebera Tetra. This is piloted by, I couldn't remember the name, but the female. But it's short-lived. Too bad he couldn't live on to continue with the story itself. But this is also one of my favorite movie, the 0083, the Stardust Memory.
Yeah, the design again, all pink, does look a bit resemble of Sazabi, and
Yes, but actually the unit is more pinkish than reddish. It's very feminine. Actually, you look at it, the style is very cool.
Yeah.
With the booster unit, because it's a space battle unit.
the shoulder armor is quite interesting as well, because
Yeah,
it actually has a big booster
Yep.
rocket out of its
Shoulder pads.
shoulder
yeah.
pads.
This is a very cool unit that I also like.
Okay, what about number 3? So far, I've not seen any Gundams.
Yes, because I am a mono eye lover. Number 3 is something that I actually found out, the Dome Tropen. This is a so-called a desert version of the Dome, but also it's very heavy artillery. It's a very cool design of the Dome. I don't think you've seen this much design of the Dome in
the desert camo,
yes.
desert treatment. Because usually when you think about Dome, it's always black and grey and
the purple,
red.
yeah.
So this actually is quite an interesting take on the Dome, and the big bazooka cannon that he's holding also, it really helps.
There's a lot of grenades. You can see the hands are actually holding the grenades and grenade launcher.
What about those things on his front skirt? What is that?
Yeah, those are the magazines for the guns.
Wow, well, I'm actually quite impressed with your list of wish list for Master Grade so far. I
Yes.
can't wait to see what's number 2 and number 1. So what would be number 2 on your wish list that is still again not a Gundam?
Okay, it's not a Dome or Zaku. This is something really classic. Also, I would say underrated because not a lot of people have done this in a very so-called done this kit in a very well customization and all this. So this is actually the Jack Doga, right, from the Char's counter attack, right? It's very old, right?
Yeah, I would have to say the Jack Doga, the head itself is very interesting. I've never seen a mobile suit
Yeah,
head
it looks
that
like
before.
a bird, the parrot shape, with the you can see it's I don't know.
It looks like a beak.
Yes, the beak and the feather on the top. The color combination is very interesting.
Yeah, I really like how he actually has two shield on both of his the shoulder armor. So
Yes.
that actually is quite an interesting treatment for a mobile
You can
suit.
see Jack Doga also possess the those units that they fly out from Sazabi.
The funnels.
Yes, the funnels. Yeah.
Now this is a customizer's interpretation of the Jagged Doga, so wow, it really does look interesting. So if hopefully Bandai reproduces in a Master Grade format, I wouldn't mind getting a mobile suit that actually has a head that looks like a parrot.
Yeah.
It's quite interesting, and you can see here from the way they customize it, it does look very
It's
badass.
very cool because you actually also have the Xeons as the symbol.
Drum roll, number 1.
Alright, number 1 is my favorite amphibian. I have done the Zugok and the Hygok. These two units actually also from the 0080, this War in the Pocket. The War in the Pocket story is very interesting. When these units came out, it was so badass. They whacked they were fighting against the so-called the GM, and they were being massacred like crazy.
Oh,
So-
I never thought this would be your number one
Yes,
wish list.
this is Hygok, one of my favorite, but too bad until now I haven't seen the master grade of this.
Wow, I mean it's interesting that number one, it has the amphibian better capabilities, but at the same time it has a very long stretching arm as well.
Yes, very versatile fighting mode for the Hygok.
Wow, thanks for sharing, man.
So what's your top 5 wish list?
Well, mine are mostly Gundam. So number one is from 00 series. This is the Gundam Virtue.
Okay.
I've always liked the Gundam 00 series, but so far, Bandai has only released the Exia as a master grade. And the rest of all the other 3 main characters, mobile suits, from Harute to Virtue to the other guy as well, I can't remember his name right now, they've yet to be released, which is kind of frustrating, right? Because you want all the 4 main characters and mobile suits to be in a master grade format.
Yes, there's so many versions of the 00.
Yeah, that's true. So I wanted to have my 4 horsemen of the Gundam 00 series to be
Yeah.
made alive. Yeah. Well, my number 4 will actually surprise most of you here. This is actually my number 4 pick. Will be not a Gundam, but it is actually the horse, the one that Master
Okay.
Gundam rides, right? So they actually have this now in a high grade form, but they never have it actually in. I'm actually wishing that you come out in a master grade form, so I can actually use the Funsaiki to actually complete together with my master grade God and
Yeah.
Master Gundam.
So now he's without the horse and single unit standing there alone.
That is true. I think Bandai needs to take some risk to create something exciting for the fans instead of just creating
for number 3,
mobile suits
I've
after
not
mobile
picked a
suits.
Gundam.
This time around, I should
The
pick
new
the Stark
one.
Dragons. I think
I've always liked
Bandai
how
really
number 1
definitely needs to take
Dragons,
some color scheme, the olive green and in the matte treatment actually looks very, very interesting. And number 2, the Stark Dragons, the missiles container that he carry on his chest, and also his booster at the back of his mobile suit unit. That is actually very, very appealing to me.
Okay.
So I'm really, really hoping that this guy will actually be made in a master grade form. So here's keeping our fingers crossed. I think for number 2, I was quite surprised of this myself, Big Pete, because I never liked this series. This is Reconquista. I still have trouble pronouncing the name of the anime, right? Well, the anime
Yes, it's a bit
was
funky, the design.
yeah, well, the anime was confusing as hell, but I've seen the actual Gundam-G-SELF before in actual person, and the milky white and the light blue color treatment of the Gundam-G-SELF is actually quite interesting. And I do think that this is probably one of the animes that still have yet to have a master grade for its main characters, which is kind of sad.
Yeah.
So number 1 on my list to be made into a master grade. Drum roll, you guys will probably be surprised. This
What's that?
is the G Falcon. I've been wanting a G Falcon in master grade format for a long time, right?
So that's a huge ass backpack, man.
Yeah, I mean, I like big kits, and having this G Falcon together with the Gundam X, it definitely will be my dream come true, right? I think the only reason why I haven't gotten the high grade unit is because I think the proportion itself looks a bit weird when you look at the G Falcon. When you combine it with the high grade kit itself, the proportion just looks a bit off. So here's hoping that Bandai will actually release a master grade form for us. So that's mine and Big
Alright.
Pete's top 5 wishlist for master grade. We would love to hear from you. What is your top 5 master grade kit list?
Yes.
If-
Tell us more.
Yeah, if Bandai is taking wishlist orders, what would be the kits that you guys want to see most? So that's all from us today. Thank you again for watching, and please do subscribe to us to keep up with all the latest Gunpla and also toy news.
Okay, goodbye.